Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty has blown away all expectations, or at least my pessimistic ass. And I can absolutely say that this is my goatee, and you have no idea how happy I am for being able to say this without being sarcastic. But obviously it's not all glamorous, and I think it's relatively amusing that this is my first reaction when I was getting my hands on the expansion. It's so weird. So in 2.0, they added the ability to use directional key to choose dialogue option. Why the fuck? And this is where my favorite part about PC gaming comes in: modding. Contrary to its public perception, modding is actually an easy process to add or tweak features in the game. You can make the game feel much better with just a few downloads, and I'm here to show you the way. Enhancements is the name of the game for all the featured mods here, meaning even if this is your first time playing Cyberpunk 2077, you will still get the vanilla experience but with better quality of life, improved graphic consistency, and most importantly, immersion. So there won't be anything that adds things like gameplay features, new vehicles, or even a segue to my sponsor. Let's start with all the quality of life mods that are basically essential, and this one is for all my fellow role players out there who need to walk around while talking to an NPC. All you gotta do is go to the game files directory, go to R6, config, and open the input user mappings.xml. Use the search function in your text editing tool to find the groups named UI_moveup and UI_movedown. Delete the lines that use the movement keys, which are the lines with IK_W and IK_S. Save it, then you can roleplay to your heart's content. While we're still in this folder, there's one more thing that you can edit for quality of life purposes. If I found yourself moaning over the inventory, seeing how many things you have to slowly disassemble, you're just like me for real and you need to open the input context.xml. Find hold action disassemble item and reduce that timeout to 0.0001, which basically makes disassemblies instantaneous. Or you could set it to however many fractions of a second you like, or increase it if you're weird like that. There are many hold timers here that are tweakable as well, so mess around if you feel like it. We're now done with editing config files, and here comes mods that need to be downloaded. They are all in nexusmods.com, and I will have the links of all the mods here in the description. Ever wonder if Cyberpunk really starts up this slowly? It's a big and seamless open world, so it should be, right? The mod load Begone by the Cyanide X skips the unskippable startup videos, and you're seeing the results in the background as we speak. Neat. Sticking with the speed of menuing here, most of you have probably encountered situations like these if you're into dress-ups. FX Begone by the Cyanide X removes the annoying inventory glitch effects and essentially removes the limiter of your dress-up game. There are many different options on the page, so you can pick and choose which effects you want to be removed. The last quality of life mod goes by the name of Named Saves, and is made by DJ Callfreak. Personally, I like making a lot of manual saves so I can time travel conveniently and replay some banger missions. Being able to type in different tags for different saves makes the process way easier, and every open world game from now on really should have this feature by default. Up next are mods that fix the inconsistency with the great graphic that Cyberpunk 2077 already has. In order to enhance the graphics while keeping the game looks as vanilla as possible, let's find out what we need to deal with here before we mod. It's still fucking low res, what the fuck, CDPR? So let's start with the mod that fixes those ugly looking terrains, HD Reworked Project by Hulk Hogan. This is one of the most complete package of texture mods that reworks tons of different assets of the game, not just an upscaler. And it's doing so while preserving the original art style of Cyberpunk 2077. The result is stunning, and I honestly cannot find any odd looking terrains anymore. I guess that's the reason why CDPR straight up just used their work in the Witcher 3 Next Gen update. Alright. Hear me out, guys. I always feel rain in the vanilla game looks exactly like cum. Improved, or is it? Rain effects by Soul Sween. Definitely improved rain effects because it seems to enhance the refraction in the raindrops. Now rain reacts to the surrounding lighting condition a little bit and has a more transparent look that water has. The rain does look exceptionally good while it is around street lights and neon signs. And while we are on the topic about weather, a lot of my friends actually complained about how Cyberpunk 2077 doesn't look really cyberpunk. Instead, it looks kinda like Hong Kong. I do agree with this statement to a degree, and there's an in-world explanation to this, but for some of you who do want to steer off of the vanilla look just a tiny bit, enhanced Weather V3 by Roachie, overhauled the weather conditions, and gave the game a Blade Runner look. Definitely keeping this in mind on my second playthrough. It's really odd that The Witcher 3 has one of the best looking plant-based map even to this date, yet Badlands looks pretty bad in my eyes, and the main culprits to the Badlands bad look is the vegetation draw distance, so enters improved vegetation LODs by Soulsween. Now the grass pop-ins are less severe and no more PS1 looking dry grasses in the distance. The final graphic touch-up mod is called Alternative Skin Material by, you guessed it, Soulsween. A lot of NPCs in the game looks like they are made out of plastic, especially when ray tracing is not turned on and the sunlight is blasting them. This is a simple mod that increases the subsurface scattering effects of human skin, making NPCs look human again. To round up this mod list nicely, the following two mods add some minimalist features to make the graphic pops even more and really add to the immersion. So Update 2.0 had overhauled the UI completely, including a much better journal layout, a much more immersive phone interface, and a much more accessible UI options menu. They've really nailed the UI design in this update, but somehow they still missed one thing that they already did back in The Witcher 3. A dynamic HUD. This is where Limited HUD by DJ Callfreak comes in. It shows related combat modules when you pull out your weapons, offers a hotkey to turn on or off minimap and objective markers, hides all HUD while you're exploring on foot, and basically everything else you'd ever want in a dynamic HUD system. It really adds to the immersion while you're just chilling in Night City without any elements in your peripheral vision. Lastly, one of the most tried and true ways to hone in immersion is by adding more realism. And there's no better way than adding realistic physics into the game. I'll be streaming Phantom Liberty for the foreseeable future, so come nerd out together. And subscribe for more videos like this.